first have a child, you go and you buy all the baby books, and I think that we spent so much time just dreaming about who he would be and what his future would be like. And then when he was born, it wasn't, and I doubt parenthood ever is, but it wasn't quite what we expected. He was very easily overwhelmed, perpetually on sensory overload, and I think we really started to notice that something was amiss when we saw self-injurious behavior when he was around 2. I know what the milestones should be, and I know what to expect of him, and we're missing the mark every time. He would hit himself in the head, he would scream, he was really uncommunicative. The only thing he seemed to enjoy was watching movies, and we figured out very early that he would replicate movies to tell us what he wanted. This was a little different from what we expected. I don't think that we knew how different until we had him evaluated at the doctor. And I remember when they first mentioned the word autism, and it felt like a black hole. It was, I think, undoubtedly the darkest moments of our lives, is wondering if he was going to get married one day, or if his journey in school was going to look like what we expected, or if he was going to make friends, or even if he was ever going to hold a conversation with someone in a way that society expects you to hold a conversation. It was total upheaval in our lives, and oh my gosh, we love him with every fiber of our being, but it has been, I think, that love for him that has propelled us through this incredibly difficult season of learning how to love him well and parent him. Yeah.
His intelligence was just off the charts. He was very smart. So he had a lot of trouble with his social skills, but he was 2 years old?
He started reading at about 2. He started signing.
He was doing his ABCs frontwards and backwards.
Yes.
And in sign language and phonetically.
And then he got really interested in other languages, and so he would use my iPad and study Arabic was the first one I noticed, and then he thought Japanese was really cool, and so he started studying those, and now in first grade, he wants to solve for X, and he wants square roots, and he wants all his brain is just like this insatiable just entity, and he just wants to learn more. Just this willingness to be someone's community when I was once the person trying to push her community away for fear of how it looked. I recognize without those people who insisted on being there, we wouldn't be here. I cannot speak highly enough of Rays of Light. I truly can't. I couldn't fathom that something this cool existed. And so
I think I was more apprehensive.
He was so nervous.
Yeah, because she did more research. She kind of told me about it a little bit. And so I'm driving there. I'm just kind of nervous. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to drop off my kid with some person I don't know. And I got there, and instantly it was warm, welcoming. There was a police officer there, a nurse on staff. It was wonderful.
They have animals there.
Yeah, so I left super happy, like, these guys are great. And of course, she's saying goodbye to, she's crying because
somebody's watching my baby.
Yeah, not because she didn't like Rays of Light,
just because this was an experience we had never had before. Yeah, we had never left him with anyone before.
He always looked forward to going to Rays of Light. Yeah, always excited to go there. And when he was there, he had such a blast. He got to learn about different things. He got to see, they had so many cool things they did with the animals.
Yes. They would bring in magicians or caricature artists or people to do puppet shows. And I just remember having this moment where I realized, oh my gosh, Liam's community is expanding. Once upon a time, his caregivers were his parents or his grandparents. And suddenly he has these buddies and these friends and this entire world outside of the confines of his home that he would have maybe never experienced had we not had a program like this. They embrace him for who he is, and to know that we're raising him in a world where those people exist who will love him for what he is, gives me all the hope in the world, that someone will just accept Liam for Liam.
Yeah.
And the fact that these people showed up on a Friday night
and they were happy, they were excited.
They're so excited to see him and give him hugs, and they send a letter after
the next day. Get a letter in the mail.
Liam would get so excited about a week later to run to the mailbox and dig out this postcard from his buddy at Rays of Light that says that they had a great time. And it's just like, it was just this gift that kept on giving. And I just like, I'm gonna get emotional talking about it, because it was just like, it was just such a turning point, I feel like, in us feeling like we can reconnect again. It was awesome. Yeah, it was really great.